Okay, overnight parts from Japan. Let's see what we've got. I had sent this on Friday. It's now Tuesday. It was supposed to be delivered yesterday, which was Monday. I waited and waited, didn't get delivered, and then it didn't say anything about going to be delivered today. So I went and picked it up myself from the DHL depot. So, chuck that over there. We have HKS Fine-Tune V-Belt ×2 for the WRX. One is the AC belt and one is the power steering belt. We have one GREDDY Sirius UNIFY boost gauge. So not only is it the boost gauge, but it's also the acetate screen as well. Looks quite good. So show a bit of that off later. We have one LAILE beatrush driver's footrest for WRX. I chose the light blue color because it's cool seeing these old school parts in their old school anodized colors. Now we've got something else here from LAILE beatrush, and it is, oh, it's gold. In the photo it was yellow. That's sick. So it is the brake stopper. So this stiffens up your brake pedal. Bolts to the strut tower. The bolts go through and stiffens up your brake master cylinder. There's a bit of a scratch on there, but oh well. So that is in the LAILE beatrush gold, and it will match the strut tower brace that I have coming and the other LAILE beatrush parts that I have. And then the last piece is this radiator cooling panel for GC8. See it there, GC8. In gold as well. So there we go. For the WRX, the brake stopper, driver's footrest, cooling panel, and HKS V-belts. And then for the JZX, we have this Sirius boost gauge. I did also pick up some MCA 3 kilo springs for the back of the WRX because the current 6 kilo ones are a bit heavy. And previously I also picked up this, this is the control unit for the GREDDY Sirius gauge. So that, I think you need that for it to work. I'll be kind of annoyed if you don't, because this was an extra 300 bucks. There we go. But yeah, this is the control unit, and then you've got your gauge. So you've got your gauge, you've got your acetate thing, and together they make the UNIFY boost gauge. Cool. All right, I'm gonna probably go install some of this stuff. And maybe cross my fingers that some of the other stuff that I ordered from other places has arrived. Okay, that actually didn't take that long. So we've got our cooling panel installed. 2 bolts here. Had to do that one there, that's done up. Then had to pull this stuff off and slot the brake stopper in behind there. So you can see it just here, pushes against the end of the master cylinder, just here, and provides a solid stop for the brake pedal, so you don't push it through the floor. And then the HKS belts, which are, funnily enough, made by Gates, but they were reasonably priced. They were like 30 Australian dollars, those belts. So, and the old ones needed replacing. And then the footrest. So there's 2 bolts here that the factory rest bolts to. You bolt this one in, and then you just drill 2 holes using, what did I use? I have this nice long drill bit here. I think it's probably 3 millimeters. I just drilled through, very, very easy. And yeah, you could do it with a shorter one, but this longer one made it easy to do. There's my old belts. That one's not too bad, but this other one's getting pretty worn. So yeah, don't know whether I'm gonna do the gauge yet or not. I might just have a look at where it's gonna go, because I'll show you. If I can get it open. Let me just put you down a sec. Okay, so the existing boost gauge sits up here in this pod, but what I've ordered is I've ordered a CAN bus gauge that'll link to the ECU. That will go there, and then I've got to work out where I'm going to put the vision gauge. So whether I put it here in the middle, or I put it over here off to the side, or I put it up here, I'm not quite sure yet. Or I could even put it in here. But yeah, not quite sure about that. So this will be a bit more involved than that other stuff. So yeah. Oh, I also got new floor mats, HKS floor mats. These are actually to suit a GR Yaris, but they work quite well for the JZX. So there's a middle mat just here for the back, and two floors, and then yeah, that's the front one there. So yeah. Also just ordered some tools from Amazon, and they've arrived. These are Fujiya crimpers, and they do a lot larger open barrel terminals. See that 5.5 there? Haven't tried them yet, but yeah, these should hopefully be good for doing bigger cables with open barrel crimps. And then I just bought some really nice Alpha scissors. I mean, it looks like maybe a Swedish word, but I believe that's Japanese writing. So Yeah, I guess we'll see how well these compare to my engineer scissors that I've got upstairs, which are definitely a Japanese brand. I need to replace these old things that I use for cutting bar tape on the bicycle tools, because they are quite blunt, so these might be the new replacements. I might open these up and see what the haps is with wiring them up, just to get a bit of a head start. I don't think I'm going to wire them today, but let's have a look inside and see what there is. Okay, so in the controller box is this controller. These are your buttons. Wiring connection just there, and then this is the loom that comes with it. That plugs in there. I guess that plugs into one of the gauges maybe. I'll have to look all this up. And then these are the wires. So 12 volt ground. I think one's illumination and one is something else. I have to look that up. And then this is the UNIFY gauge. So the bottom piece here with this rim around it is the like acetate display, and then this back piece here is the gauge, and so that's why there are two connections. One's for the gauge and one's for the acetate display. The gauge you can only do boost on, and then the acetate display will display any other sensors that you have connected. So currently, because I've only got the boost sensor, which is this one, it will only do boost. But if you connect a water temp, oil pressure, etc., it will display that on the acetate display, I assume. So I'm going to have to look up how this is all wired up. This is the harness for the gauge, so the sensor plugs in there, and then these three must pin into this amp connection here. I'm not sure exactly where, but we'll have to figure that out anyway. Okay, so we've got our control unit here. This is our harness for the control unit, and it appears the way it works is, so with your UNIFY, you get two of these little daisy chain doodads. So let me, okay, so that disconnects like that, and you either plug this one in the bottom and then this one in the top, or this one in the top and this one in the bottom, and then you plug this one in, which comes from this for the control, for your control box, like so. That connects all that up, and then you wire this to your power, ground, and illumination. So whether when you switch your headlights on, and I don't know, I forget what the other one does, but so that solves that connection. But then we don't have our sensor wired up, so the sensor would connect there, and then these three pins here, so 5 volt signal and ground. If we look at our diagram here, so going in from the back with the connector upside down, how I have it here, position 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, this says boost sensor, 5 volt signal and ground. So 1 is your 5 volt. So into position 1, you would plug your red one. Into position 2, you would plug your white one, and into position 3, you would plug your black one. And then that is your boost sensor plugged into the control box, and everything's working then. that's how it should be. So yeah, I'll just show you in case you've never encountered one of these connectors before. So these are what Link ECU use. They're called an amphenol multi-lock is what these are called. And so at the top you've got at the top you've got a single white what would you call that, tab, and then there's these two tabs at the bottom. You push the single tab, that unlocks the pins, and then you can see here that I've put my, as per the diagram, 1, 2, 3, so 12 volt signal ground. I've put mine 12 volt signal ground. I haven't pushed them in all the way. You need to push them in until they click, and then you lock the connector back up by pushing both these two white tabs up inside there, and that then secures your wires to this connector. I was just looking because when I install this in my car, this is for the map sensor, I might not even need such a long cable. And funnily enough, I think that this connector here is similar to maybe a Toyota vehicle speed sensor connector. So I might even make my own little harness, because I have these terminals here, make my own harness to this dependent on where everything's going to sit in the vehicle. But just to get it wired up for now, I'm going to clip those in, and then I'm going to plug it into this guy here, and I might even go get a battery and put 12 volt to these wires, and we'll see if it turns on, hey? Okay, turns out I had the wiring incorrect before. So the reason you get two daisy chains is because one goes to your UNIFY, and then one goes to the normal gauge, and then you connect the control unit like this. So they're daisy chained. If you had another gauge, you would daisy chain it in there. And then the sensor is connected via this cable, and then, which I pinned into here. So going via the manual, pinned it into that. 1, 2, 3. And then these three wires, I know what they are now. So red, ignition 12 volt. Orange, constant 12 volt. So that's like a memory function. So whatever settings you've got it set to, that is so that it remembers it. So that must be connected directly to the battery at all times. 12 volt, red only switched on with the ignition. Black for ground. And then white is connected when you turn on your lights. So that's illumination. If you say wanted them it illuminated all the time, you would connect that to where you've got your red connected. But I would suggest going to the effort of wiring it up correctly, because then your dimming settings, etc., will work properly. So there you go. That's how that's wired up, and that was my overnight parts from Japan. Guess the next thing to do is probably to put these springs in the WRX in the back. But if you found that helpful, leave us a like, subscribe to see more things that are happening, and thanks for watching. I also appreciate all your comments as well. I'll just hook up these wires and I'll show you what this gauge looks like as one last thing. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.